G'day guys and girls, and welcome back to our little channel, Goodies Beer Reviews. I was fossicking around the fridge like a freeloader, even though it was my fridge. That didn't really make sense. And I found this very florally pinkish green can, and it's Cooper's Brewery Botanic Ale. This has got to be new. And look up here, limited edition. When I see Cooper's, this is one of the last real big breweries that's Australia owned. I still think it's Australian owned. But a limited edition from Cooper's. Keep wiping the tears away, because I think our Australian breweries are just getting bought out. Cooper's Brewery Botanical Ale. No additives or preservatives, very proudly. 375ml can, which is what we love here on the channel if it's good. Big snowflake. Spiel on the back. Look, it's a very, very small spiel. You can probably read that, even though my phone's so old. But it basically said it's a remake of the red ale. Out of all the Cooper's cans, I probably wouldn't buy the red ale. I don't mind the green. I like the XBA. It's surprising. Their stout's always been good. Their extra stout, their best extra stout, the best ever extra stout, and the bestest of stouts ever. I think they've got about 58 stouts. Down the bottom, Cooper's Pale Malt and Nectaron. So it's got a transforming hop. Nectaron. Transform and hop out. Look, gently roll the can. We get aggressive on our cans here to get the goodness out. 1.7% drinks. Good for Cooper's. 5.8% ABV. So they've pushed the ABV up a bit more. Let's do the roll. Gently roll the can. And how do you gently roll? Like, oh, come on. Oh, the back roll. Geez, my table's level. All right, that'll do. Enough with the theatrics. Let's get this in the can. Cooper's Botanic Ale. So the red ale with some hops. Ooh, sneaky hiss. Ooh, masculine crack on the can. Let's get this into the glass. Theatrics, all right. Geez, you got to have a bit of fun, do you? Shit. Friday. Haven't had it. I've had all this week. I've probably had 2 beers because I've been crook as a dog, and no sympathy. I'm okay. We all get crook. Shit. I'll tell you what, though, as you get older, the aches and pains get worse. That's a nice looking beer. That's a very dirty looking beer in the Resch's glass. I should hide that. Nice little head hanging around as well. Botanic Ale from Cooper's. Limited release. This is the thing. It's going to be limited, but is it going to be good? Then keep it around. Quick sniff. Oh, it's typical Cooper's. It smells like malt and a beer that's been pitched at a temperature too high. It smells like homebrew. I'm getting a malty caramel sniff on it. I want to like this. I'm going to look at this like a 4-pack. I picked this up from... My memory's going through all the pages. Cringe noise. But I'm thinking, I don't know, who gives a shit where I got it from? It's around, because if I can get it up here, you can get it from any major fucking bottle or whatever. Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday. Oh, God. I just don't know. Why do I get depressed sometimes with these beers? No. Damn it. God, Coopers. I just don't think... I don't know. You got your hardcore Coopers drinkers that hopefully keep the businesses going. The business going, if it is 100% Australia owned still. It just tastes like, yeah, their red ale crossed with their green cans, their pale ale. And it's got a bit more skunk in it. $26 a 4-pack plus. Limited edition. So again, is this a big batch that you've messed up and you've just gone throw a few more hops in and then let's relabel it? Botanic Ale? There's nothing botanic about it. This isn't my cup of tea. I just had a New England Brewing Co. Jacko's double hazy IPA, I think it was, at 7.7, and it was just phenomenal. Gorgeous fruit juice, and look, this is a different style, but this just tastes like all other Cooper's beers. I even struggle sometimes. The Cooper's Red's clear. The Cooper's Green is a bit hazy. The XPA is probably my pick, the purple can. And if you like your stouts of 15 varieties, jump on one of them, because Cooper's don't do a bad stout. They don't. And yes, it's mainstream and it's all that, but okay, because it's mainstream, we've got to make it taste. This is a limited release, should really bang with something else. What are the marketing teams doing these days with this limited release bullshit? If I was the manager or one of the managers at Cooper's and you said, boss, try this. It's a limited release. We called it a Botanical Ale. It's like the red ale, but it's pumped up on a few weird-ass hops. Okay. It's heavier ABV. So as a heavier ABV beer, wouldn't you want to get a bit more fun out of it? Wouldn't you want to get a bit more punch out of it, a bit more flavour, a bit more identified flavour? But I suppose people who like Cooper's do like that dirty, grindy, homebrewy, not being rude, but it has got a homebrew taste, Cooper's. I just, look, give this another good bash. I saw all, I know purple is Domestic Violence Week, but I'll tell you one thing, gents, especially gents. When I read about domestic violence or see these protests on domestic violence, all I see is it's fucking men. Men marching to stop men assaulting. Look, I get that, but it's not always fucking men. Women can be manipulative, can be spiteful, can be very gaslighters and all this shit. I think men are getting to the point in relationships now where they're going, okay, I'm a man. Okay, just say you're a man. You're just a man. You work hard. You earn a good wage. You really grind it. And what does a man want in his life? Before kids and a wife. A man will generally, unless you're homosexual or whatever else we can qualify as, you can do whatever you want to do. But if you want to reproduce, okay, you basically, have a partner. And, okay, what can my partner bring to the table? So you get married, things don't turn out. And I think relationships we give up very easy these days too sometimes. And I'm not going to get too deep on that because it's not a therapy session here. But it's just, it's always about fucking men. And I get that. Stats, it's 60 versus 40%. So, go back and look at some of the numbers of serious crimes against men in DV. We never discuss them because sometimes there's always a good and a bad person. So we stick with the bad person and we focus on them. So now we're again men and domestic violence. Men and fucking domestic violence. I don't know, you go to the courthouse and for domestic violence, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's a room for the women, but not the men. The men will, don't worry, you know what, men? Stay outside and talk amongst yourselves. Got kicked out of your house. Go stay outside, but I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And she's hit me 15 times, I just didn't speak up. And men are going to come forward with DV. So that's my message for domestic violence, whatever it is. And I totally respect and have my heart on my chest for no violence in a relationship. But even if you're a man, speak up. Speak up. And don't put up with shit. Oh, is that a bird? Anyways, I'll probably leave it at that. If you see this, I'd probably do this with it. Oh, fuck, shouldn't say that. Rubbish. Oh, I don't get it. I don't want to throw something that's Australian. That's terrible. It's just like drinking. You know when you brew a home brew and you get to the skunk on the bottom, throw a few sugar tablets in that, put it in a bottle and let it sit for 2 weeks and open it up as early as you can, and that's what you're going to get on this. This is shit. It's just, I don't get it. Botanical Ale. Oh, give me a fucking break. I got the dogs barking. You know what? I'm a good guy. I can honestly look in the mirror and go, I'm a good guy. I cooked dinner tonight. I'm getting over my severe man flu, food poisoning, thanks Colonel. But this beer is just absolute trash. I'm looking forward to just jumping on the PC tonight, chilling, vibing to some tunes. But I'm not buying this again. I'd rather buy their XPA, which I like and I do support. So I do like Coopers, but this is just fucking trash. Shouldn't swear. Shout out quickly to a few people, because only about 10 people watch me, and you know what? I don't mind. Shout out to Roy, our wildlife man, who's been putting together a video a movie which I can't wait to see, which will be most interesting. I'm yet to catch up on a few of his videos because, like I said, Roy, I was very, very sick as a poor man in bed. The Grifter, who's known to freak with the parts, deadly up Vegas. M&A, Marshall and Albert as well, shout out. And listen, put some lettuce on your taco. It's healthy, even though it's 99% water, but it's still healthy. And look, it'll please you. It'll please your dad. Fuck, what am I talking about? You know what I mean. Anyways, I don't know. The world's gone mad. These protests, the bombing, Lebanon. I'm really just sometimes. We're so insignificant in the world. But to us, we're so important. And sometimes the problems that plague us right now, they keep us awake. They keep us tossing and turning. Like this shit beer, which I don't like. I'm sorry. God, that's bad. Coopers, Australian. Even though I was talking to the Grifter tonight, he was having a Foster's, and he said he liked it. I said, I tried to get you off that into the craft. But you know what? Out of all the adjunct so-called Aussie lagers, which they're not anymore, I don't mind a Foster's. And I've got to be honest, Grifter, who follows the channel, you're gonna hate this, but a 2 is new. And you know what? I might even jump in the car the next few days. And I haven't visited friends in so long. And I think I might even just jump in the car. I'll have to tell the missus and go, I'm doing this, which I do out of respect. But yeah, and just get away for a night or two back to bush. I might go to Dubbo. I might even shoot out to Burke and do a beer review out there. Go on, like I said, work full time coming up. I did a few shifts this week and yeah, got a few good plans to talk about as well. Love each other, take care of each other, be kind to each other. And I'll see you at the next one. This is just, fuck, look at my hand, look. It's just dead. I'll see you at the next one.